Hello and welcome to DoGood Films. So I will get rolling on Jessica Jones, the reason that you're here. There's a lot to say and there's nothing to say because it was so awesome. I was super pumped up for Jessica Jones. I was so excited. I don't really I find it difficult to show excitement, but I was jumping up and down with joy. After the success of Daredevil, which I absolutely loved, I was just super stoked for Jessica Jones. I haven't read any of the Alias comics, but I'd read up about some of the characters when it was originally announced, and just the ideas, Kilgrave, it's just amazing, and I was so excited to see what they could do with those characters and how they could make it gritty and kind of realistic like Daredevil was. Marvel are smashing it right now. The story was so compelling. Obviously I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but it was just the perfect follow-up to Daredevil, where you had Daredevil as like the brawn, kind of lots of action sequences, fighting and everything. This was very much the brains. It was psychological, very haunting. There were some things, obviously having a character with mind control powers was just terrifying, and they had some really dark shit happen, and it was just amazing. Talking about Kilgrave, David Tennant was perfect. I was a little bit unsure to start with because I know him as Doctor Who mainly. He was a phenomenal Doctor Who, and going from that role to a villain who, such a cold, dark villain, I wasn't sure, but he nailed it. I can't imagine anyone else doing it as well as him. He was perfect. And then Krysten Ritter, on the other hand, was phenomenal. She turned a character that could easily have been so unlikable and so horrible. She's not selfish, but she's weathered. She's been through hard times, and she doesn't let anyone close. She's locked off. And to be honest, it could have been quite a bland character, but she really brought her A game. And I think this is the best thing that I've seen her do. I love Krysten Ritter anyway. I think she's a really hilarious actress, and then to see her do this, and she just has a way of being dark, mysterious, damaged, but keeping a little bit of humour in there, and just amazing. I love her so much. Some of the other characters, most of them were fantastic. I love Patsy. She was amazing. The development of her character as well as a supporting character was really good. The one character that I didn't like was Robin. She got better, but she was just really annoying. And I know that was meant to be her character, but she was just so annoying. I mean, I've got nothing against the actress, it was probably what she was given, but she's just so annoying. And there were some bits that just were weird with her. The way people reacted to her just didn't kind of fit in there. But that is pretty much the only negative that I've got about the show. The way they portrayed superpowers. I mean, light spoiler, you may already know, so spoiler alert if you don't. Jessica Jones has super strength, and she can kind of fly-ish, jump really high, but the way they showed that was just incredible. It was really subtle, and it wasn't made a big deal out of, and it was so much more about her being psychologically damaged and her struggling with PTSD, that you know she's got these powers, but you're so invested in her as a character and her journey and the story and the conflict that you're not waiting for her to use them as such. Luke Cage actually got a lot more screen time than I expected him to get. I know the two characters are intertwined in the comics, but I didn't expect him to take such a heavy role when he's got his own show coming next year. So I was a little bit shocked by that, but he was still portrayed really well, and their chemistry was incredible. He was a great addition, and I think he really kept it moving along, because realistically, without him being in the episodes that he was in, there could have been dips in the series, but I really just think it kept getting better and better, really. It was so good. There is kind of a climax around episode 9. The series kind of hits a massive high, and then... Actually, no. It does hit a high, but then it continues its high, and it's just incredible. And that finale, there is a cameo in the finale which I was a little bit confused about. The cameo gets a lot of screen time, which in the finale I'm not sure, but regardless, I loved it. Absolutely loved it all. I think the one standout episode for me, I think it's episode 9. It was a couple of weeks ago that I finished this. I did binge watch. It took me a week because I had work, but I tried to watch it as quickly as possible, because I just could not get enough of it. But yeah, I think it's episode 9, maybe episode 10. There's a high point, and shit gets real. It's incredible. I think the good thing with these Netflix shows is that they're really amazing. The style and the tone of Daredevil and Jessica Jones is... You can tell that they're in the same universe, but Jessica Jones has this noir feel, and it's really, like, from the music to the shots and the colouring is just, like, it really fits the character, and it really sets this scene, and this just atmosphere around it, and it's just amazing. But not only that, but they're taking characters that wouldn't necessarily fit going straight into film. So if Jessica Jones just rocked up in The Avengers, or even in her own film, a 2-hour film, I don't think she'd work as well. But having 13 hours with her, you really get this intense... You get a backstory, you get to know the character. I mean, we probably know Jessica Jones and Daredevil better than we do Iron Man, Captain America, all of them, and I think Jessica Jones is one of my favourite Marvel characters. I might be controversial, but I absolutely adore her, and I desperately want her and Daredevil to show up in a film, because I think they deserve that bit of screen time in the film, and then keep their own shows going, because I'm excited for a Jessica Jones season 2, I'm excited for Daredevil. It's made me even more excited for Luke Cage, who I knew nothing about before, and I am so excited for Iron Fist as well. And then the Defenders, it blows my mind. If you don't have Netflix, it's worth getting Netflix just for Jessica Jones and Daredevil, even just for Jessica Jones, because it's that incredible. I think I'm just going to have to wrap it up, because there's so many good things, amazing things, and I could keep talking, but it would just be lots of hand gestures and lots of fantastic and phenomenal, amazing 5 stars. I'm going to give Jessica Jones a 9.5 out of 10. I think it's amazing, and I really think that, I really hope that they do just carry on and this consistency continues through the Netflix shows. I love S.H.I.E.L.D., kind of, it's getting there, but these shows just eclipse that, and I think there are some things from the shows that the films could learn as well in terms of tone. There are obviously some things that the shows could maybe learn from the films, probably not, because the shows are almost perfect. Just saying. If you've seen Jessica Jones, let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching, and subscribe for more videos.